It keeps saying that.
Usually it says something, but I think because,
I thought it was already recording.
well, that's on Shelley's Otter.
It's showing me recording as well.
Yeah. And you, okay, cool. Awesome. And let's do this. All right. All righty. Well, let's get started. Good to see everybody. Thank you so much. We're going to learn about Heart of the Valley today from ALMA. I'm so excited to bring you guys this information. It's an important collaboration and a good resource for us to work with our senior homeowners and the families of senior homeowners. So I'm going to go ahead and let ALMA take it away.
Thank you so much, Julie. I appreciate it. Thank you, Skip, for inviting me. I'm going to share my screen now, okay?
Yes.
Alrighty. Can you see that, guys?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, great. Well, welcome everybody. My name is ALMA SOTO, and I'm here to represent Heart of the Valley Services for Seniors. We've been around for 38 plus years, and our motto is compassion in action. And I'm going to go into how this is compassion in action through my presentation. So bear with me. So my name is Alma Soto, and I am the new executive director. They've recently hired me within the last couple of months here at Heart of the Valley. One of the reasons being is that they wanted a full-time executive director for the last several years after COVID. You know, much like every organization, they went through a really struggling time. And due to resources, they had a part-time executive director. Now that we're here in 2025, they decided to, get a full-time executive director, and I was hired. I have over 15 years of nonprofit experience, and that started long time ago while I was in college learning about nonprofits, really loving the whole idea behind the good work that nonprofits do. Eventually, that led me to becoming a board member of a huge nonprofit association, and that then turned into a vice chair position and then to a board president position, and really got trained as a board member, got trained how to operate with nonprofits, got trained how to do fundraising and donations and marketing and working with organizations and collaboration and working with different for-profit to match funding for that nonprofit that I was working for. And I really learned to love that. Eventually, then that took me to wanting to try out, the private sector and work for tech. And I realized working for tech was not where my heart was. And it wasn't, a fulfilling type of role for me. And then that led me back to looking for nonprofit work. And I came across Heart of the Valley, and I was not really familiar with Heart of the Valley. And actually, senior services were really not in my radar. If anything, the nonprofits that I had worked for were about, working with the youth, mental health, working with homelessness. Some of the organizations that when you think about nonprofits, that's one of the big ones that I was operating with. And then when I came across Heart of the Valley, I applied, and then I started looking through the website, and I was like, wow, I never understood how important the services for seniors were. And I really, as the interviews went and I kept on, going to the next phase and the next phase, it really started, penetrating my heart and making me feel like, wow, I had my grandmother, I have a mother that's in the boomer generation. She's a little bit more independent, not necessarily needing the services. She has family, and we're here to help her. But then not all seniors have that. And that really kind of motivated me to want to continue with this position. And then as I got to learn about even deeper what Heart of the Valley does, I was like, you know what, this is it. I made the intention. I really want this position. I think I can do a lot. I've worked with, the Santa Clara mayor, Lisa Gilmore. I've worked in different settings for Santa Clara. And I thought, okay, I live in Santa Clara. This is a great organization for Santa Clara. I'm going to do this. And so here I am. And now I'm going to go into what Heart of the Valley does. So Heart of the Valley Services for Senior is a nonprofit 501c3 corporation, and it's committed to facilitating and supporting independent living for seniors in the West Santa Clara Valley. It's a long mission, but essentially it's exactly what it is that we do. We work to support independent living for seniors. So our mission is Heart of the Valley Service for Seniors is a nonprofit based in Santa Clara, and it's dedicated to enhancing the lives of low-income seniors in the West Santa Clara Valley. And since 1987, we have provided essential programs and resources that empower seniors to live independently and stay connected to their communities. And with the support of hundreds of volunteers, we assist homebound seniors with transportation, light home repairs, companionship, mental health support. We promote independence, well-being, and a quality of life. And as the senior population grows, Heart of the Valley remains a vital advocate, ensuring seniors will receive the support they need to age with dignity. And, that's a lot. That's a long sentence. However, it is so important having these seniors remain in their homes, having the seniors, feel a sense of pride, being able to have their yard cleaned up, being able to have somebody call them and ensure that their homes are taken care of, getting to their transportation services through to medical appointments. I mean, it is very critical. I mean, the things that we take for granted daily in this kind of youth mentality, because essentially we are all still young and thriving. We can do what we need to do. We are not in that stage of life where we have to depend 100% on others. And this is essentially what we do here at Heart of the Valley. We are trying to ensure that through our volunteers, we're helping these seniors. And so what our benefit is we address the urgent and growing need of low income, because essentially I'll get to that with my demographics. But we have a lot of low income, mostly homebound seniors that are in the West Santa Clara Valley. And through our programs, transportation, medical appointments, grocery shopping, errands, friendly visits, house projects, we help maintain the independence of our seniors to access healthcare and reduce social isolation and improve their overall quality of life. So for example, I have seniors calling me into the office, and sometimes they just want a conversation. And sometimes they don't even need anything in particular. They just want to talk. The other day, I had a lady call in and she was having a panic attack. And, she wanted to talk to somebody, one of the volunteers she had a past experience with, and that volunteer wasn't around at that moment. And so, I just kind of talked her through what she was going through. And, I had her call her medical facility and make an appointment. But I mean, essentially, these are the services that we give to our seniors. These are the things that, you and I take for granted, because not everybody has somebody that they can call. And Heart of the Valley really offers that benefit to the West Santa Clara Valley. And it's a really beautiful organization. Okay, so this is, when I first applied, I didn't really understand the demographics, but a lot of the demographics, even from what I'm seeing, and I can go into that too, but Heart of the Valley, we serve seniors that are 62 plus, living independently in their homes and direct service areas of West Santa Clara Valley. And Heart of the Valley serves residents in the cities of Santa Clara, Sunnyvale, Cupertino, Campbell, Saratoga, Los Gatos, Montessorino, and West San Jose. And there's a very limited, probably 5 zip codes in West San Jose. And essentially, I would love if we could service all of San Jose, but we can't, because we don't have enough volunteers that can get out that far. I've had phone calls from Morgan Hill. I've had phone calls from Gilroy. I've had phone calls from even Mountain View and Palo Alto, and that goes beyond our service area. And so essentially, what I do is I refer the seniors to different organizations within that area. But unfortunately, not all organizations are like Heart of the Valley, and it's a very limited. There really isn't a lot of services like Heart of the Valley, and that's what makes Heart of the Valley in this area so important, because there's senior centers in the different areas. There are different transportation services. There's a friendly caller service, but there isn't a something like Heart of the Valley, and that's what makes us so important, such a niche. So among our 800 clients, 50% are over 80. 77% are women, 83% are widowed and live alone, 38% have no living relatives, 65% no longer drive, 66% live below the poverty level, 33% are disabled, 25% are hard of hearing, and 10% are blind. And with that 10% that are blind, I have to, speak with them or send them text messages, because the emails, there's a lot of difficulty with that too. But if I get even deeper into the demographics, that essentially has been shocking to me. And I'm going to be very honest with you. The people that are asking for, if we get into HUD, like, ethnicities, we have, Caucasian, we have Hispanic, we have African American, we have Asian American, and that gets even deeper. But those that are really isolated are the Caucasian Americans, and they are the ones that are asking for the friendly callers and for the home visits. And those that are essentially people of color, they are asking for the services as far as transportation, rollators, wheelchairs, things that money can't buy. And so not only are we benefiting people that want visitors and assistance, we're also helping those that are low income and they can't afford wheelchairs, and they can't afford rollators, and they can't afford walkers and things that money can buy. So not only is it a service, but it's also donation services. We donate a lot of things, and we get a lot of donations on a monthly basis as far as physical walkers and those things that enable mobility. So, we could get even deeper of the demographics, but that in itself has also been an eye opener for me as well. And to see the village that Heart of the Valley essentially supports, because it supports that village. And I know with the generations that are older than us, they grew up in a different society, a less, me type of society, and more of an us society, where we checked in on our neighbors and we brought our neighbors food and we took care of the neighborhood. And not everybody is afforded that with where they live and with their family members. So again, this is one of the things that really makes Heart of the Valley so beautiful. Okay, how we operate. So we operate all through volunteer basis and donations. And so like what I'm doing today, we work with outreach and we engage locally, statewide, and nationally. So this is how we reach out to the overarching community to get our name out. And over the last couple of years, because of COVID, there hasn't been a lot of outreach, but I'm looking to change that, and I'm looking to partner, and I'm looking to do presentations such as this, just to really get us out there in the community more than we have. And we have such a huge history of 38 plus years, but I want to push that. And so that's what I'm here today to do. So the other aspect is volunteerism. All of our services are performed by volunteers, whether it's a donation, whether it's a transportation service, whether it's yard work, friendly caller, friendly visitor, all of that is through volunteer work. And at a point in time during Heart of the Valley, we had over 600 volunteers that were actively servicing over 1,000 clients. And we're going to get there. We're going to work towards that, and we're going to get there. And the volunteers are coming not just to serve their own purposes, but these are people that are looking to do good deeds. And it's really from the heart, which makes it amazing. I've had the pleasure of meeting a lot of new volunteers, and none of them are coming to me to fulfill hours. All of them are coming because they have elder family members, or their mothers or fathers have passed away, or they're just feeling the need to be connected with the older generation. And we actively vet our volunteers, and I do background checks. I get the IDs and insurance. So all of the volunteers that we're sending out to do these services, these are not just people just that have no, we just make sure that they're very well vetted individuals. And we ensure that we send out people that are not going to harm our elders, because there's a lot of elder abuse, and we are mandated to report any type of elder abuse. And we make sure that all of our volunteers sign a waiver protecting not only Heart of the Valley, but our clients, because we don't want any type of scams that are happening to our seniors. And over the 38 years, thankfully, we haven't had that. So our services, we offer, what we're trying to do is offer more services, and with more services, we will have more volunteerism. And I'm looking at it through a teams approach. If I can get more to go out, then more is going to come in. And I'm really trying to work towards that, of doing a teams approach with our services. And then with the more volunteers, that's going to translate into more services, which is going to translate also into more clients in the West Santa Clara Valley. So, it's a win-win situation. So here are some data and statistics, and this data and statistics has been pulled from, reports that are not more than 5 years. So according to the Santa Clara County Aging Service Plan, the senior population 65 and plus is projected to surpass 500,000 residents by 2040. 78%, it's a 78% increase from 2010. And so as this demographic shifts and accelerates, the demand for services that support independent living, safety, and dignity is rising. So according to the Santa Clara Social Isolation Report, it was found that nearly 1 in 4 seniors in the region experience social isolation, which increases risks of depression, heart disease, and strokes. And according to the Santa Clara Mobility Report, the trend is also evident locally, with many seniors unable to get medical appointments or shop at their grocery stores due to lack of transportation. So all of it is, a multi-pronged effect for our seniors. And something that I have noticed, even within this realm of nonprofit niche, there needs to be more advocacy for seniors. There's a lot of advocacy for all kinds of demographics. I have recently connected with Assemblyman Patrick Ahern's of our district, and I really want to push more representation, more advocacy for the seniors, because we all will be blessed to get to that age bracket, and as we age, we need to ensure that we have more of these services, not only for our seniors that are right now, but for the seniors that are up and coming. So how is Heart of the Valley critical? Heart of the Valley is critical because it meets the needs for the clients by deploying volunteers directly to senior homes. It provides essential support such as transportation, home maintenance, and companionship. Heart of the Valley combats the issue through coordinated in-person visits by our trained volunteers that are offering companionship and customized assistance based on the individual needs. For example, I have a sector of volunteers that are really proficient in, IT services. And so when a senior has, any type of digital illiteracy, I send out those volunteers to service those seniors. If I have somebody that is really, proficient in just cultivating relationships, I send them out for companionship and phone calls. If I have somebody that really loves driving, I send those drivers out for transportation services. I have handymen that are really proficient in the house. I send those out for our handyman services. I have a hazardous waste person who loves to pick up things and take them to the dump. I send that person out. So everything is customized for the needs of that particular service for that particular client. And Heart of the Valley is a volunteer-driven transportation program, so it fills the gaps. ensuring that seniors can access vital services and maintain their independence. And Heart of the Valley directly addresses those daily challenges that the seniors face, as I stated before: social isolation, lack of transportation, and difficulty maintaining their homes. For example, yesterday I had a senior that called me, and she is preparing for knee surgery, poor lady, and she lives out there in Los Gatos, and she does not want to leave and sell her home. And for each level, there's 7 steps, and with knee surgery, that's going to be troublesome for her. So she's looking for a volunteer that can fill the gap when her caretaker leaves and her cleaning lady leaves. And she was really paranoid and worried about that because, you know, her knee surgery is going to be in 3 weeks, and she just wants to make sure that she is taken care of. So, you know, that difficulty maintaining her house is very critical for her and for other seniors, and that's where Heart of the Valley comes into play. Let's see, what's the next slide? Okay, so this is the history of service. And after that, I'd like to play a video of a direct, response from one of our seniors that have had this service for quite a while. So the history of service. And so for over 38 years, Heart of the Valley has provided critical zero-cost service that enables seniors to live independently and comfortably in their own homes. Our long-standing commitment demonstrates both the growing need for these services among low-income seniors and our organization's ability through dedicated staff and volunteers. They effectively meet this need. And so for nearly 4 decades of continuous service, this reflects the Heart of the Valley's impact of sustainability and unwavering dedication to the senior community. And we are going to continue to do so for another 40 years and many years after that. And let's see, I will get to that. Okay, so let's do collaborations. So like we're doing here, we are collaborating with different organizations to get the name of Heart of the Valley out forward and into, you know, front-facing reality for people to understand our services. So Heart of the Valley has established strong partnerships with agencies, organizations, and municipalities in the West Santa Clara Valley to enhance services for seniors. Some of our key collaborations include Friendly Voices, and they provide a regular phone check-in for our seniors, and that will, when we have a deficiency with Friendly Callers, I connect with Friendly Voices. And then the Young Men's Service League, they assist with large yard work projects. I just sent out a group of moms. Can you hear me? We good? Yeah, okay. I sent out a group of moms with a group of high school boys, and they went to do this really big home yard work project in Los Gatos. And they took a couple hours out on Saturday to clean up that seniors' homes. And so over the next couple of months, I'm going to be facilitating yard work services through YMSL. And then SourceWise, they supply office volunteers to need the supports of operations. So we've had different seniors come out through SourceWise to help Heart of the Valley. Local high schools, they engage in student holiday cards, writing, pen pal programs, and senior focused projects. I just had a group from Santa Clara University. They made little hand warmers for our seniors. I had Cupertino High School make cards for our seniors. I'm going to be reaching out to McDonald High School in Santa Clara, as well as Santa Clara High School and Wilcox High School. And I'm going to be facilitating a community-based project for these high schoolers so they can really understand, because when you're in high school, 40 is old and 40 is not old. So I'm going to be doing another presentation to them. And we all
I might point out that the students a lot of times are involved in volunteer work, and they can get
their hours,
community credit, and
yes,
they need that for, I don't know, whatever their project might be.
Yeah, they need it to graduate. They need at least 20 hours to graduate high school.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We also work with Namaste, and Namaste is an organization that has donated holiday stockings to bring, gifts to the seniors. They're so happy. At the end of the year, we send out holiday gifts, and it's bags and bags filled of different, tchotchkes and just, different things that maybe seniors might like, which will make them happy. And these partnerships strengthen the Heart of Valley's ability to provide meaningful support, reduce social isolation, and improve the quality of life for our seniors in our community. Let's see. next one. Okay, so before I get there, I would like to now share this video. So now I'm going to stop sharing that. I'm going to get back to, let's see, this. There we go. Share that. And now I'm going to share this video. I hope it works. Boop.
I'm Myrtle Hawkins. I'm proud to be 91
Can you see
and
guys?
self-sufficient as far as taking care of myself, and I hope to be of service to others. There's never been a time that I was not taking a class. Even now. Right now, I'm enrolled in water aerobics. I'm 20 years older than the oldest person in that pool. Gee, the time goes by fast. For 40 years, I was a professional artist and had my studio, and I painted portraits of people and animals. As far as painting animals from life, I have never met anyone that does that. I guess I'm unusual. I started out with pretty sad childhood. Through high school, I had a steel leather covered brace, full body, and could never pick anything up from the floor. And all through high school, I was in the square box, and kids, I didn't have any friends. So when I was age 22, I got to take that brace off, and that was one of the happiest days of my life. It was so hard for me to ask for help. So I've been so appreciative to the Heart of the Valley. I've made wonderful friends there that I feel like I have a kinship with them. And I just can't say enough thank yous to Heart of the Valley. And to think how it would have been without them would have been pretty bleak. And I'll always be grateful.
Okay. Now I'm going to share this tab now. Go back. Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what's going on. Why does it say I'm muted? I don't know what's happening.
We can hear you.
Okay. I don't know what's happening. Why? Interesting. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Nope.
Oh boy. Technical difficulties again. Okay.
Here we go.
There you go.
High five. I don't know. You can't see me, but that's okay. So how can you help? We can help through donations, in-kind donations. You can help by becoming a client or bringing somebody in to become a client. You can help by becoming a volunteer, and we need volunteers all the time. And if you are interested in wanting to learn more, please go to our website, www.servicesforseniors.org. Or if you would like to call in, speak to me, 408-241-1571. And thank you very much for this capabilities. Okay. And I don't
If it's okay, I'd like to share some of my experience with Heart of the Valley.
Yes.
I've known about them for years. Actually, I knew two of the founders of Heart of the Valley. I knew Ted Chamberlain and Dave Sargent. They were before your time, and I knew Glenda pretty well too, who was the previous head of Heart of the Valley. And fortunately, she retired and then died. And then COVID hit, and that was interesting. But I both used Heart of the Valley for services. They gave me rides to the doctor's appointments and did some home repair and did some other things around the house. But then I also helped them. I was one of the friendly callers. I was with this lady since before COVID, and I would call her weekly, and we'd talk. She was very political, so I got an earful of all the politics that were going on, and she'd tell me about what was going on in her life, and it was pretty interesting. I never did that much talking. She did, but that's the way it probably should be. But um, also, I donate to Heart of the Valley every year. I think it's a great cause to be with, and if I was physically able, I would do more with them. But hopefully, we can recruit some of you guys and maybe your friends and family too, because it's all paid forward, and Heart of the Valley I just can't talk enough about them. What a wonderful job they do. So there you have it.
I appreciate that, Skip. It really is. I mean, when I first watched that video, I cried. And sometimes I cry. You can't see I don't know what's going on with my screen. I would have to turn off and come back on again. But sometimes it makes you tear up. Coming across these individuals, and they're just so thankful for something so small and insignificant as a phone call. So, I mean, this is such an important organization. And yeah, like you said, just push it forward, because it's really a wonderful cause.
Alma, I was wondering, have you heard of a local organization called WellBe Health?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna send you some information and get you an introduction, because they're local here, and their services. You're a nonprofit volunteer. Their services is a for-profit service that you guys have the same mission statement. So I think a collaboration would be very, very valuable.
Yeah.
So I'll introduce you for that. And we work with WellBe Health, and they're a Medicaid qualifier and provider.
Their PACE program.
Yeah, PACE program.
PACE. This is not the first time that I heard about them. It's not like On Lock, is it?
It is
They're
like on
competitors.
Yeah.
I know them. Yes. Yeah. I mean, even
Go ahead.
they cover the need. There's such a need there. So, the more the merrier.
Well, I'm seeing complementary attributes, not redundant with your services and what they do. So
I would love to be connected.
Important.
Would love to be connected. I see a question that says, who is paying for your services? What's low income mean, and who qualifies? So, sir, who qualifies is anybody that is 62 plus, that is in the service areas that we provide for, which I stated, it's, West Santa Clara Valley, some portion zip codes of West San Jose, Cupertino, Santa Clara, Saratoga, Los Gatos, Montessorino. So that qualifies you if you're 62 plus and you live in those areas. And what's low income mean? Well, that is directly correlated to the HUD demographics, and that is based on the HUD percentage of monies and incomes for the year. I don't know exactly which it is, but you could go on to the government website to find out what qualifies, low income. I can get back to you with that one. And who is paying for our services? Well, we operate through in-kind donations as well as grants. And we're always applying to different grants. We're always applying to different organizations that could fulfill a grant for us. And we're always trying to get donations from people and organizations. So that's how we are getting paid through our service.
Joe, did you have another question as well? Sorry.
Yes, I do have a follow-up. Thank you so much, by the way, You answer most of the question that I type in on the chat there. Two things that may be worthwhile because I live in the villager community, as I said earlier. We have over 2,500 members here. A good part of the people might need your service. More important is some of those may be a good volunteer for your organization. There's two things. You might want to think about maybe we contact each other that afterward maybe have you to present it to the villages. So people both for helping them as well as getting volunteer.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Secondly, in terms of the low income, one of the key things I wanted to ask is I don't know how to qualify. Some of the people are senior. In terms of asset, I don't know how do they qualify because they might own their home for a long time, but they are not wealthy or well off. Maybe they are even struggle of the cash flow current wise, but they do have some equity in the house. Would they be able to qualify to use the service?
Anybody qualifies if they're 62 or up and they're living within those areas that I stated, West Santa Clara Valley and the portion of West San Jose. We don't discriminate. We don't discriminate on, income levels. I mean, sometimes we have very wealthy individuals, but they don't have family members and they need, they need somebody to do yard work or in-house services. So we don't discriminate. Anybody is welcome as long as you're 62 and plus and you live within those areas that we can service. Anybody is welcome.
Yeah, I'm a very wealthy real estate agent, really wealthy. And I use it. So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Everybody's welcome.
We need an department from ALMA, just us.
What did you say?
Julie,
We need our own department for services, us real estate people.
Oh yeah, I know. I was there one time in 2002 to 2006. But it was
Margarita, I think, was it you that had a question?
there's no restriction.
Joan,
Yeah, I was asking
Joan has questions.
I'm sorry.
regarding how long does the person have to live in the area? Can they be a new resident? Is there any restrictions for that?
No restrictions. As long as they live within that area that I mentioned and they're 62 and plus, they can get our service.
One quick question, is the service, any of them including in-home cooking?
We don't have in-home cooking, but we can take the senior to go pick up food. We can bring foods from the pantry. We've done that as well. We can take the senior to go shopping, but I would have to go back and ask board members if anybody's ever cooked. I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
I don't think they have.
Yeah.
But while I'm asking that, maybe Skip and Julie, you can help me. I have a client looking for some people coming to the home to do some cooking.
I have a
resource for that.
Yeah, Joan's got a resource for that. I'm a resource for that. We'll help you.
Jones, get your contact info there again. I saw the screen there pop up, but it's too quick. I couldn't grab it.
It's you might have to look at the gallery view, but jmpoestate.com is my website. You can send me a
put on the
message
chat there.
But,
I'll text it to him, Joan. Joan, I'll
thank
text
you,
it to
Julie.
him.
She's
You're
driving right now. She can't do it.
I am. I do have a question for Alma. Alma, do you have so you operate in a very tiny building.
Yeah.
It's
It's just me. It's just me
between
right
auto sites.
Yes. Yes.
It's just you. Okay. So when you deal with DME in the we donated things like
is this Joan? You're breaking up, Joan.
We've donated walkers, of course, new shower chairs and new commodes. Are you equipped?
Joan, you're breaking up. We can't hear you.
Joan? She's traveling.
Now she's broken up completely.
And yes, the Heart of the Valley does have a really tiny place, but when they do like their annual volunteer parties and so on. They usually have it at a rented spot. Usually they use Santa Clara County Community Center.
So,
And
so what I'm trying to do is I'm going to be cleaning up well, I've been working to reorganize the office space because I want to, it's been kind of closed off for the last couple of years due to COVID, but I don't know what your question was. But I'm trying to open it up to have people to come in, visit us. And then I'll be doing movie nights in the backyard. I'm going to do an open house barbecue. I am just trying to reopen and reinvigorate Heart of the Valley. There's plenty of parking on the weekends. As you stated, we're stuck right in between two auto body shops that also take all of our parking spaces. But reality is there's a lot of space that can be used to have really nice events. And eventually when I do plan to do an end of the year gala, and I'm hoping to do that, and I'm going to be working to invite, the police chief, fire chief, city council members, Lisa Gilmore. I'm going to be having the event in this museum right behind City Hall. So, I'm trying to spruce up Heart of the Valley, make it, in the now, and welcome people back in.
Joan texted something in the chat box you might want to check.
What equipment are you looking for right now? Equipment as far as
durable medical equipment.
Oh yeah,
Right.
so wheelchairs, rollators, walkers, canes, commodes, anything that can help the senior push themselves up from their seats. We just got a donation of disposable, diapers for the seniors. Anything that helps the seniors be independent and move around. This is what we're looking for. And are there volunteers that, yes, we do have a gentleman that does heart, the HHW. He's such a cool guy. Oh, he's so nice. And what are my hours? So I'm normally in the office from 9 to about 3, 9 to 4. And then I'm always answering emails. I do different things on the weekend. So just whenever you can coordinate with me, I'll be there. Mm-hmm.
And just an aside, part of my CSA work is working with the quarterly journal, and we're finding articles and authors for it. And we're working right now on one about durable medical equipment lending and leasing.
Yeah.
And one of our fellow SRES agents and CSA agents, Althea Kippies, has got a source of that, and that might be something we can pass along.
Yeah.
Too.
So we give all of our donated rollators, wheelchairs, all of those things we give them for free. We get them through donations and we donate them out, and we don't ask for any money. We don't ask for anything. We just give it to them. But what we do ask for is donations. So if you want to make a donation, we're more than happy to accept.
I have a question, Alma. So your organization, do you interact with or connect with any national organizations across the country, different area aging agencies?
So I've reached out in my short tenure. I've reached out to different ones, one that's in New York, actually. But they are not really open and perceptive to or receptive to other organizations, at least from what I can tell. I call, I email, but I don't get responses. Maybe because their organizations are so big. But if people know of them, I would love to be introduced, and I would love to connect or network. So if you know of anybody, shoot their information on over to me at alma@servicesforseniors.org, and I would love to connect. Okay.
And the reason why I'm asking, yeah, go ahead, Skip.
Probably your best resource for that would be the AAAs in the area, because it just, like source-wise here, they're pretty well connected, and they do services along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking of Roni, our newest participant. He's in on Long Island. Is that correct? I think that's correct. And and we do have participants in our group from all over the country. And
Cool.
one of the things we endeavor to do is connect with each other to give each other information when we're talking about our senior homeowners and people, mostly with relocating, or sometimes we have families that the adult children are in another state, so we collaborate with another SRES agent.
Yes.
And we like to have information, available.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody have any more questions? I have lots of ideas. We're gonna do lots of stuff.
Awesome.
Alma, this is Lynn. I'm really big on service, just in my church alone, as well as outside of our church. So this is something super great, because I'm actually the state primary president of our church, and we
Nice.
are looking for a service project with seniors and children. And I'm just wondering if there's some collaboration that can be done here with visit, and if they have to be a certain age, if they're accompanied by adults, and would it be like we would organize like an in-home visit where children can come and bring some cookies or something like that. I don't know.
Nice. I mean, I would love to collaborate and discuss that with you. Definitely, we could, plan something out. Like I said before, we have YMSL, and that's a group of mothers and sons that come out and do yard work. So, maybe there's something like that. Maybe it's a friendly visitor, maybe make cards, maybe drop off the cards, maybe create cute little baskets and take it to the seniors. I know Easter is coming up. We could do that. There's so many different things that we could collaborate with, through different organizations. I'm totally open to that, because, the more the merrier, and the more seniors we could reach out to. And so if you're interested, here's my contact information. You could reach out to me, and we can have a discussion offline on how we could network.
And like any kind of a charitable organization, there's always room for more volunteers, and there's no donation too small.
Mhm.
So keep that in mind.
Mhm.
Rick, do you think of anybody that's local to your area that might be similar?
Yeah, there's a company called Seniors First for the Auburn, Placer County area.
Oh, that's nice.
And it does pretty much everything that you talked about, Alma.
Oh, that's nice.
It's wonderful for these folks. And like you said, just having calls. I'm dealing with an 87-year-old mother who's very lonely, and, just in that conversation. And I have 2 kids home on spring break from college. She's just to have a visitor come see her, she's just delighted.
Yeah, it's just something so simple. It's really a noble cause, whatever it is. We got to take care of everybody around us.
And Nadia, I wanted to say hi and see. And this is I haven't seen you in a while, so is this some new information for you?
It is. One thing I wanted to add, I don't know if I came to the meeting late, Alma, but perhaps something that we could categorize as far as which volunteer can speak another language, because I have elderly mother-in-law who doesn't communicate well in English. So I think having a caregiver or some volunteer who has that capability, I think would totally, be helpful in this community where a lot of seniors don't speak English well.
That's a very good point, Nadia. Thank you so much. So we have about 33 languages that our volunteers speak. So not from just the normal Spanish, English, Mandarin. We have a plethora of volunteers that speak a plethora of languages. So from what I recall, we have about 33 different languages that we speak.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
Joseph, I clicked on that website and it didn't let me go anywhere.
What website? Oh,
Copy link. Let's try it here. Oh,
Let me check and see why.
senior FPG. Okay.
oh, for your Facebook page group,
Senior
Joe?
FPG.
Yes, let me check. I'm not sure.
I got it. Sorry, I spoke too soon. Apologies.
Do you guys, is Heart of the Valley, you do have a page on Facebook. Is that?
Yeah,
And
we
LinkedIn?
we have Facebook, we have Twitter, we have Instagram. We are going to be fixing the YouTube. I'm working to fix everything. I'm working to fix the website, working on the logo, working on the social media. There's so many things that haven't been touched since 2021. So I just have a whole lot going on.
Yeah.
A lot of work. And that's okay. I'm here for it.
Don't forget LinkedIn.
Oh, LinkedIn too. There's I'm doing it. I was hired in November, but I didn't start until January. So
Well, and so yeah, you've only been here since November, and your interaction, especially with the realtors in the area, have you had much interaction with realtors in the area, let alone us as SRES?
this would be the first real estate organization that I've done anything with. Prior to this, it was Sunnyvale. I'm going to go to Cupertino, Campbell, but not real estate groups. I'm doing like organizations, networking along those lines, but not realtors. No.
We might introduce you to the local boards here, the Santa
Yeah.
Clara County Association of Realtors and also Silvar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're thinking exactly what I was thinking, Skip, because Alma, we have a tremendous presence in the organization, in our associations for collaborating with local volunteer organizations.
Love it. I need it. Let's do it. I'm ready for it.
Julie, you can do the introductions there.
I'll get you all set up.
Thanks so much, Julie. I appreciate it.
Well, realtors and I mean, we all work with the same homeowners and the same families. We all work with families. And our seniors real estate specialists, as seniors real estate specialists, we work with senior homeowners, the families of senior homeowners in a very special and minute capacity. It's a bit different than other realtors. So you and your organization really adds just another tool in our tool belt to take care of our families. And even not, seniors that are not even homeowners, but we have, it's all encompassing of all the family. So
they do renters too.
Yeah.
You don't have to own the home.
Yeah.
Right.
And we service homeowners and renters as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and here, think about this. Seniors that own rental properties.
Yeah.
Because seniors that own rental properties, and especially multifamily rental properties, and the amount of energy and work that it takes to maintain those properties is one of the things that we talk about regularly with those property owners.
Yeah.
And they're getting older, and they're getting older, and they're getting older.
I think that might be a little bit out of the range. The property owners are going to be wealthy enough, and they can certainly, get professionals to help. But this is for the individuals that really need that kind of help.
Yeah, and those
there's a difference.
multifamily owners might have tenants that are older,
Well,
residents. So
Okay.
the outreach is just enormous. But
I'm
yeah,
here-
that's a good point.
I'm here for it.
Does anybody else have any questions or comments?
Just have a quick question that I thought of, Alma. What about these volunteers? What if they get injured during
Yes.
work?
So we have a waiver that all of our volunteers have to sign. So essentially, we do have insurance that covers them. But if they, for example, step on a wobbly stool without them paying attention, we cannot cover that because we are not covering, something that they injure themselves on by not really taking the caution to make sure that that was a stable chair, for example. And we let them know that if they're going to be climbing on, ladders to do the pruning, that they have to ensure that that's sturdy. They need to make sure that they're protected on all ends. And also on top of that, when we do services at a home, we ask that the senior has homeowners insurance in case that something does happen on their property. But overall, we do have liability insurance. We do have protection to protect Heart of the Valley as well as our volunteers to a certain extent. But thankfully, knock on wood, for over 38 years, nothing has really happened. And we want to continue going down that way, ensuring that everybody is safe with whatever it is that they're trying to do.
Now, in the past, I've had some problems with getting service because I guess it was the car insurance or the blanket insurance wasn't covered. So if I wanted to get a colonoscopy, it would be able to take me to the facility, but not bring me home.
Actually, we cannot service any invasive appointment. So if you're going to have a colonoscopy or you're going to have anything really invasive, we cannot take you to that appointment because our volunteers are not trained to help if in case something severe happens. So if you're going to get blood taken out or if you're going to get chemotherapy, we would have to essentially decline that service because if you throw up or you pass out, what if our volunteer can't pick you up? So we refrain from taking that particular service, anything that's invasive.
So that'll be surgeries as well.
Yes, surgeries as well.
Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Julie, you're on mute. Duh. You've never done
I
that
hit the
before.
button because I think my neighbor's got something going on over here and I can't hear. So this has been amazing. I've learned so much. Thank you so much, Alma.
No, thank you guys for this opportunity. I appreciate it. It went by really fast and you guys just have a really good rapport on your Zoom, and I like your interaction, Skip and Julie. It's fun. It's like I'm on a podcast, so I enjoy it.
Nice. That's amazing.
Thank you so
Love
much.
it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
We really appreciate your time and your knowledge on this.
Thank you so
We
much.
wish you good luck, in the future.
Julie, can I make a quick announcement?
Yeah.
Hi, this is Lynn. So sorry. So for those of you that missed the fundraiser we had at Pine Avenue, I'll send it to Julie, but we are having a twilight tour on Thursday from 6 to 8 of this premier home in Willow Glen. It's just fun to come and see this 8,200 square foot home. And it'll be a wine and cheese as well for twilight tour this coming Thursday from 6 to 8. So anybody want to come by or send clients who likes to view a custom made home in Willow Glen, please let me know. And I'll send you the flyer.
Yeah, send me the address. This
coming Thursday. Yeah, we have a flyer for the wine and cheese. Thank you all.
Awesome.
Thank you, Alma.
Thank you, Lynn.
Beautiful present.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, sometimes, we want to start to create some collaborations. Lynn did last week. She did an event at her listing. It's a large property in Willow Glen, and they did it on a special event. And they, I think it was March of Dimes.
Make a wish.
Make a wish. Make a wish. So they combined efforts with the open house and an event and Make a Wish to create an event and an awareness of all of the above. So, and this is what we endeavor to do as seniors real estate specialists.
Absolutely. Like these collaborative strategic partnerships was really nice. We had Real Producers event networking, and right after that, we had the poker tournament sponsored by US Bank for the Make-A-Wish. So yeah, it's a collaboration across the board.
So this is something that you could look forward to, Alma, in teaming up with realtors in general, because we do a lot of this, and the seniors real estate specialists, because your demographic is our demographic.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm here for it. I'm here for collaborations. You know, if you need somebody to table, if you need somebody to, you know, present, I'm here. You know, the more I can get this information out, the more volunteers and clients I can help. And essentially, then that leads to more support and donations to keep this organization going. So, you know, it's a win-win situation on all ends, and I'm all here for it.
Amazing. I love it. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Could I also get a copy of this recording? I know it stopped at a certain point, but I'd like to send this to my board so they can see this.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, and if it's okay with you, Alma, I'm going to keep you on our mailing list. Is that okay?
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Yeah.
Because I send out my bulletin every week. It's got really good nuggets in there. And then I'm going to put you in there because you're our next new nugget.
And
Yay.
in there
next
now.
week, and next week,
Go ahead, Skip. Oh, next
we have
week we're having
Sala.
Sala. I'm so excited.
It's
Tell
the
'em.
seniors. Help me here. Seniors.
Seniors, adult.
Legislative services. Yeah.
Oh, that's really
Legal
bono,
assistance.
Oh,
pro bono lawyer work for seniors, and
that's really great.
it's going to be another good resource for you guys.
Actually, you know, I've had a couple seniors calling for legal resources as well. So how timely. Wow. So great. Love it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well,
It's amazing.
join us next week. You'll hear all about it.
Yeah.
Wonderful. We'll do. Love to participate and be there.
Okay, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great week.
Thank you guys.
Take care.
Have a good,
Thank you.
good day. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yep, thanks. Yep.